What's fun, so basically for today's video, this is going to be the last vacation video that I have out. So basically I'm going to be leaving like the Estes Park area and then probably going to like try to like do the Mount Evans Drive, which is like very similar to Pikes Peak and all that. I don't know which one's higher up in elevation. I've heard like different things, but it's possible this one may be slightly higher in elevation, but I've heard that you don't get quite as good views as Pikes Peak, and Pikes Peak is like more popular, so I'm gonna be doing that today. And then after that I'm gonna be checking out the Gardens of the Gods in Colorado Springs, that version of Gardens of the Gods. So I'm kind of interested to see how it is, and considering how much I enjoyed the Gardens of the Gods in Illinois, I'm probably gonna really enjoy this place because it's Colorado and I think it's supposed to be nicer than the one in Illinois, so see how it compares to the Gardens of the Gods in Illinois. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I hope you enjoy me checking out this like dam like in Estes Park before I officially like leave here. It's like the last dam sighting I'm gonna be seeing on this trip, so I was like might as well to see it. So now I'm gonna be like making my way towards Mount Evans unless I like decide to stop anywhere else around here. So I'll see you guys for what I decide to do next. Finally made it here, a little after 3:30. So I'm gonna be checking out like a lot of places around this park today. So okay, so it's like almost 4 now. Starting like the first trail I'm gonna be doing here. I think it's either like half a mile to like get to the place and then half a mile back, or it's possible it could just be like a half a mile round trip, like loop trail. So this trail ended up being like a there and back trail, but I really do hope you enjoyed all the views I got at up there. Making my way back now. So also forgot to mention that I didn't end up seeing like Mount Evans today because you had to have like reservations to go there, and there was like nothing like available today, and there was some available tomorrow, but I had to like get back home tonight. So unfortunately I'm probably not gonna be seeing that, but definitely if I ever come back to Colorado in the future, I have a plan to see Mount Evans and check it out and compare it to Pikes Peak. So unfortunate about that I didn't get to do that in today's video, but at least I have like more time that I can like spend here and do some more hikes around here and hopefully get to see more of this park. So that's what I'm gonna plan to do while I'm here. I'll see you guys for whatever I decide to do next here.
Can I get just a second before, well.
Okay, so it's like a little after 5, so we're gonna be doing another trail here. I think this one's like gonna be a little bit longer than the last one. I think this one's a loop this time though. Made this cool overlook here.
double check. See where that rock is right in front?
I take a picture from this here.
Oh, wow. You must have climbed this. Yeah.
Stop! Grab it! Do not grab it! What's the grabbing on? Do it! So what happens before it goes in?
Okay, so it's like almost 9:30 right now, so stopped at a rest area. I think it's like one of the ones I may have stopped at last year whenever I like was driving home from Colorado, but basically I'm about like, I would say, an hour from Kansas, and definitely this stretch of Colorado is not the same as the Colorado I've been seeing earlier. It definitely just feels more like Kansas, but made to this like rest area. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to having to drive through Kansas for like 7 hours tomorrow, and then probably another boring 3-hour stretch from Kansas City to St. Louis, so it's not gonna be fun, but definitely had a lot of fun today, like checking out Colorado Springs and Gardens of the Gods, and then I also really enjoyed this road trip as a whole and getting to do something a bit different from last year. Just made it into Kansas, so I am very excited for like the next 7 hours of driving through here, but probably gonna be staying somewhere like pretty close to like where we are now. Definitely gonna be a long stretch of Kansas driving tomorrow, and I cannot wait. But made it into Kansas now. We'll update. Okay, so it's like 11:15 now. Actually, I didn't end up switching time zones yet, so basically I'm still technically in Mountain Time Zone, so it's like a little after midnight, like Central Time. Made it to the place I'm gonna be staying at tonight. Pretty much the last night I'm going to be like sleeping at like a motel, hotel, or anything like that. before like I move on to like anything else, if I do anything tomorrow, I kind of want to like give my opinion on like the Gardens of the Gods experience. So it was definitely a nice part to check out, and there was like amazing views that you got to see throughout the place, and I got to do a couple like hiking trails around there. I enjoyed the first trail that I did a little bit more than the second one because I got to see like this really nice rock formation, and there's like a balanced rock formation I got to see that was like off the road. This Gardens of the Gods had a lot like nicer rock formations than the one in like Illinois, but to me, I feel like I sort of kind of enjoyed the Illinois one a little bit more, only because like I felt like I was able to do a lot more like off trailing, exploring, and climbing on rocks and all that. Because I think in order to climb on rocks there at this Gardens of the Gods, like you have to have like a permit and special equipment. I mean, considering how like big those formations are, it makes sense. So the Illinois ones were smaller and more safe to like climb up on and do off trailing and all that. So to be fair, like also like after like seeing all these like crazy national parks like Grand Canyon, all the places I saw in Utah, and then seeing Rocky Mountains, like I feel like this place wasn't quite as nice as like some of the other places I went to early on this vacation. So that possibly could be another reason why I didn't enjoy this as much as like the one in Illinois. But I ended up like getting to see a rattlesnake towards the end, and ended up being a crazy experience. There was actually some people that were like trying to touch it, which I probably would not recommend any of you guys doing that if you saw a rattlesnake. I feel like if maybe I went straight there from like St. Louis and it was like maybe a little bit cooler outside and I hadn't like seen like all those like crazy national parks beforehand, I think I would have enjoyed this place a little bit more, and I probably would have had a lot more energy to like do like more stuff around there. Maybe I could have done a little bit more off trailing than I did today, but probably would still not get the experience as much off trailing there as I would have at the Illinois Gardens of the Gods, even if I did have more energy. That's kind of how I felt about like the Gardens of the Gods here. It was still a really nice place to check out, beautiful park, and nice little last minute thing to do before I like head back home and had to return back to my normal daily life, which unfortunately all good things had to come to an end, and I still really enjoyed the trip and all the memories I made, seeing all these like new places for the first time and all that. So I am pretty sad I had to go back home. One thing I am looking forward to definitely is going back to Kincaid Lake and doing some cliff jumping there. I still have like 5 weeks I can do cliff jumping at Kincaid Lake once I get back home, so that is like the one thing I am looking forward to whenever I get back home. But other than that, I'm really sad that this trip's ending and really enjoyed the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if I'm gonna be doing anything else tomorrow. If I do, it's probably just gonna be stuff around like Kansas City area. That's probably like the only thing I will do tomorrow, or give updates of where I'm at and everything and how close I am to home. So I'll see you guys whenever I decide to pick up the camera again. Okay, so it's almost 12:15 now. So ended up like getting back into Central Time, stopping at a rest area in Kansas. About an hour and a half into Kansas now, so about an hour away from where I like stayed last night. So still got a long ways to get through Kansas, but stopping here for a minute. Okay, so it's a little after 2 now, about halfway through Kansas. It's like almost 100 degrees outside. Stopped at our rest area. I'm definitely tired of the Kansas drive, but been kind of trying to keep myself occupied while on this drive. So I think I made it past the halfway mark through the state, so that's definitely an accomplishment. Okay, so it's like almost 4 o'clock now. So made it to another rest area. About like 20 miles away from Topeka, which that's like an hour from Kansas City, so less than an hour and a half of Kansas driving left, so I am super grateful for that. Definitely a hot day out here, and drive has been pretty boring, so that is why I have not been filming any driving vlogs today. Temperature is starting to drop a little bit as I'm like going further east and closer to Kansas City. Okay, so it's almost 6 o'clock now, so I made it back to like the Great Lafage area. Gonna be stopping at Russell Silver for a little bit. Brings back memories of like some of the like January videos I filmed at Great Lafage, like all the like birthday visits I would done in the past. Coming back here, but stopping here for a minute. If you guys want to see some of the Great Lafage videos I've made in the past, feel free to check some of them out. I have like a Great Lafage playlist, so got a couple of chocolates from here. Okay, so it's a little after 8:30 now, so officially made it to like a rest area. Stopped here like in the past after like Great Lafage trips, and I remember that one time whenever I came here in 2019 when there was like a foot and a half of snow whenever I stopped here. I'm like 100 miles away from Kansas City now. I was saying about like between an hour and a half to 2 hours away from home. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything else in today's video, so I do hope you enjoyed everything that I did today. Hope you enjoyed the earlier half of the video where I checked out Gardens of the Gods and did some like stuff in the morning at Estes Park before leaving the place. I hope you enjoyed some of the stuff I did today. I didn't do a whole lot other than like giving updates, and I did see the Kansas City stadiums up close, so I do hope you enjoyed some of that footage. Subscribe and keep my post notifications on to see what I do next. The next video that I'm planning on having out is I'm going to be doing like kind of like a review video and compare like this vacation to how last year's vacation turned out and my overall opinion on how this road trip went and some of my favorite parts of this trip and least favorite parts. So that will be the next video that I have out, so stay tuned for that, and without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.